Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson, and we have a very special guest from Lone Star Park today, Mr. Paul Monroe. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here. Excited to be here.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
Well, same to you. It's wonderful to have you today. And we know you have exciting news coming to Lone Star Park.
We do. Well, our thoroughbreds start in April, but we have something pretty big coming before then. On February 17th, we have Cirque du Soleil coming in with one of their shows. They are at 35 shows since they started back in the 80s. And it's a curious cabinet of curiosities that will be coming to Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie.
Isn't that amazing? We'll have them actually here in town in Grand Prairie.
It's awesome. They have been performing in the Metroplex for many years now. They've been performing out at Fair Park and some other variety of places, but to have them right here in our backyard, so close proximity, it makes perfect sense for the Metroplex to have it right here, right at Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie. So they're going to be here for pretty much close to a month, and they may extend their stay, which we wouldn't mind if sales go pretty well.
Oh, I didn't realize they would be here on an extended stay.
Possibly, yeah, and ticket sales are exceeding right now. They're going very well.
And what is the date that we can expect them?
They'll be in, typically a show like this, a tent show, you'll start seeing production and tent setup, so you have a lot of folks on Beltline driving by the entertainment complex, starting to see what is going on over there and see a gorgeous tent. Actually, it's 3 tents that they set up. They've got the main tent, but they've got some other tents for merchandising, and then obviously for just the staff and crew to eat and dine and to hang out, and costume exchanges, a wardrobe, and etc. But all of that starts about 7 days prior. So really early February, you'll start seeing that erection of that tent going up, and a lot of excitement. And then February 17th, and they're here to play 45 performances. And again, they may extend that depending on how well sales go and in this area.
Now, Paul, for those of us who haven't seen this show or a similar show, tell us what we can expect.
I've been in the entertainment world and sports for many years. Folks that have not, if folks that have been, they're going to know kind of where I'm coming from, but it just evokes an imagination of none other. Really, when you come into a sports venue or an entertainment complex, a concert, a circus, a horse race per se, you just want to let go and kind of let your emotions take over. When you get in a tent setting like this, it is so intimate, and the production has a story to it, and it's amazing. It's indelible. It's a show that somebody goes to see. They're going to remember that date, that timestamp of where they saw it and how fantastic it was. The set designs are amazing. The costumes, the live music, everything to it is first class. Somebody might say the ticket price could be a little bit high. Ticket prices start at $35. They can go pretty high up to over $100 depending on where you sit and some of that experience. But for a $35 ticket into a tent setting that seats roughly about 1,500 to 1,700 patrons, it's amazing no matter where you're at. And it takes you away for 2 hours. Those lights come down, the performers come out, and the costumes and the sets, just everything, and you walk away again with that sense of that imagination that's just been invoked to you of wow, just it's wow, and I want to see another. Whether I go out to Las Vegas or I go down to Orlando or somewhere else, or it comes back to the Metroplex, hopefully back to Grand Prairie area, I want to see the next one. And again, they've been running these shows since 1984 when it started up in Quebec, Canada, and they have been very, very successful with their properties.
Well, tell me, Paul, this is so exciting. Is it acceptable and for all age groups, or
Absolutely.
Is it children? Again,
absolutely. You want to bring your kids. You want to bring kids of all ages. I just say that as a circus promoter, but come on out, bring your children. They are doing some unique things. When I read through the press release and packet, they'll actually, when you're outside, because you can buy your tickets here, they're at the box office, but they're going to have performers actually climbing up the outside of the tent, which this tent is very high. So there's going to be a lot of interaction pre-show, and then when you get in, again, the costumes, it's unlike any other between the lighting, the set design. Some of the props that they have, that they're going to present are just amazing. Really, the storyline, as you asked earlier, it sets back into the early 1900s of the Industrial Revolution. Time stops for this family, and they go under their cabinet. and then just fun things of acrobats and wire walkers and stilt walkers, jugglers. Everything comes out of these cabinets with, again, these amazing props and costumes. And it's just that imagination of a child, which you'd love to see, and an adult, old and young. You can't go wrong.
It sounds fascinating.
It's, yes, more than fascinating.
Yes,
it is
amazing.
Amazing. It is one of the greatest.
And tell us again about the tickets and where we can get those.
You can get those, the tickets start at about $35. They have some shows that maybe go as low as $25, but you've got to get on and buy those pretty quick. They're moving fast. There are some experiential packages as well. Tickets are on sale right now, and I know you can get those at cirquedusoleil.com/curious, or just go to cirquedusoleil.com and you'll be able to click on that show, pick the Grand Prairie date, and just pick your ticket selection. Again, there are about 45 shows. That could expand, but right now it's 45. What else to say? The show times are, they're going to be dark a few days during the weekday, but pretty much a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll have some weekday shows. They typically start at 8 p.m. evening, but there are shows on a Sunday at a 1:30, a 5:30. So there are a variety of times. If you want to bring some children, or you don't want to be up that late, you can hit an early matinee type of show.
Oh, that is exciting. And just briefly tell us, Paul, as we wrap up, how did you get to Grand Prairie?
Boy, I'm so excited to be at Grand Prairie at Lone Star Park. My tenure has been about 20 years here in the Metroplex. I came from the circus. I came from a circus that had exotic animals, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, or the parent company Feld Entertainment. So I've worked in the marketplace and really throughout the state of Texas for 8 years of that. And then I moved over with Mr. Cuban, Mark Cuban, and the Dallas Mavericks, and was with the Dallas Mavericks organization running their marketing department for 9 seasons. So I was there during some of those great times of the 2011 championship. And I hope to bring some of those good times and that excitement, that family excitement of the circus to Lone Star Park.
Yes. Oh, we're so thrilled to have you in Lone Star Park and in Grand Prairie
Thank
at
you.
Lone Star Park. And it's such an exciting event that you are getting to host here.
Boy, I ran away with the circus when I took my first job in sports and entertainment, and it just doesn't seem to leave me, and it's exciting to have Cirque du Soleil in our backyard. Thank you so much.
Of course, and we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
And we'll be right back.
Who does that kind of thing? You pull in front of me?
Daddy, we don't say words like that.
Just let your love flow like a mountain.
Good example. Pass them on.
With the smallest of dreams and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean.
Welcome back. And we welcome a very special guest. And I will just venture to say her first name. Welcome, Moji.
Thank you, Miss Clemson. It's a lot of hen for the last name.
Yes,
Yes.
would you say it one more time? The whole name for us.
Okay, Moji Aladahan.
Moji Iladahan. Now see,
Yes.
I've almost got it.
Yes, ma'am.
But we're so glad to have you, and we're so excited about the project you're working on in Grand Prairie. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, I would love to. Thank you, first of all, for having me here, and happy holidays, and
Yes.
looking
same
forward to the
you.
new year.
Absolutely.
I launched Grand Prairie Magazine, and this is actually the first issue, the January-February issue is the first issue. And I actually got the idea because I've been a freelance writer and a journalist for over 20 years. And when I moved to the area, I went to the Information Tourism Center, and I noticed that there were all these publications from Frisco and Arlington and Mansfield and none from Grand Prairie. And so when I inquired about that, I was informed that there were no print publication, newspapers, magazine, anything of a sort. And that night, I got the idea to start Grand Prairie Magazine. And a few months later, we have the first issue out, and I'm really excited to see where it takes off.
This is wonderful. We need this in Grand Prairie, so I'm so thankful. In fact, several people had thought about it previously and mentioned it and batted it back and forth, but now it's actually happened, so that is wonderful. Now, you have already have the issue ready to go.
Yes.
tell us a little bit about the stories that are in there, although we want them to buy it and read it, or get it and read it.
Yes. The publication is a free publication, and we'll have it in various places around town. But this is actually the first issue. The cover has Haley Orientia, who is a actress on the show The Goldbergs. She's actually Erica Goldberg, but her family's from Grand Prairie and Arlington. So she talks a little bit about Los Angeles, but she also talks about things that she misses and loves whenever she comes back to Texas and visits. We also have a different variety of features on food and eating, whether it's writing about local restaurants. We have different individuals from the culinary world, nutritionists, dietitianists, giving us recipes that people should try. We feature a lot of arts and features. So different shows that are going to be in town, like the Lumineers, they're going to be at the Verizon Theater. So we have a range of different things, news, entertainment, just a variety of different things about the city of Grand Prairie.
I thumbed through a copy of it, and I've been here forever, and there was news in there that was news to me.
Yes.
I think this is a great idea. As Grand Prairie has grown, there's so much going on, it's hard to keep up with everything, and this is a wonderful way to do that.
Yes, and for me, I've always been about storytelling. And when I went to the farmer's market with my mother, there were so many things that I didn't know about Grand Prairie, and so many people that I just thought were fascinating, and they had fascinating stories, and there really wasn't an outlet for storytelling. So for me, it's a way to bring these stories to light. The magazine's about all things Grand, whether it's the people, places, or events. So I figured that it was a great way to, spotlight the growing city and so many things that it has to offer, and so many interesting people that live here.
Yes, and just like I said, I've been here for a long time, and I think people who have been here for a long time sometimes take these things for granted, the unique things and the wonderful things that we have in our city. So it's great to have your perspective on that.
Thank you.
I think that is wonderful. Now, tell us where we can get our hands on this magazine.
We will actually list all of our distribution locations online at grandprairiemag.com, but you can get it at various restaurants, various banking institutions, doctors and dentists' office, the libraries, different libraries, the information, the tourism information center, yes ma'am. So it will be at different locations, and as we grow and we are in more of these locations around the city, we're just going to continue to update it on our website. Yes.
And Moji, how do you fund this magazine?
The first issue, we were actually really lucky. At the last minute, we had Grand Bank of Texas stand up and help us with the funding. But the rest of the funding came solely from me. I'm really passionate about the project, and I felt that it was important to get it out there and to let people know that, there should be a publication for Grand Prairie, and Grand Prairie has so much to offer. So with the next couple of issues, I've actually had more advertisers coming into the forefront, and they want to be a part of this and help support and get that going. So
yes,
I'm hopeful for that.
So they could, if there is someone who would really like to have a big ad or a small, whatever fits their budget, how do they contact you to set that up?
They can contact me at info@grandprairiemag.com, and then I will just respond to them. We have a media kit, advertising rates, so that information I can send out to them immediately.
That would be great. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you come to Grand Prairie, to this area?
Okay, actually my parents brought me here. My parents live in Mansfield, and previous to that, for the last 6 years, I've been in education, and I taught scholastic journalism to high school students. And so when I actually got my degree in Missouri, and I have my certification, teacher certification from Missouri, and I decided to come to Texas, and the first job that I was offered was in Livingston, Texas, which is about 4 hours away. But I needed to be closer to my parents with them getting older and health situations. So then I just came to the area and fell in love with it and the people that I met, and so I'm here.
We're so glad you came to Grand Prairie.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
Yes, it's wonderful, and we're falling in love with you too.
Oh, thank
So
you.
that is wonderful. And the fact that you have brought us this wonderful opportunity here to be able to have a magazine of our own, a Grand Prairie magazine.
Yes.
We're
yes.
delighted to have it.
Thank you so much. And if there is anyone out there, they have interesting stories, they know, different individuals doing things, they know of different upcoming events, please email us. We're always open for suggestions, or if they have any critique of the publication, something they would like to see more of, they're always welcome to email us. And I take that, very seriously, and I try to listen to the readers and give them what they want.
Oh, yes. Well, that's wonderful, and what a great opportunity for Grand Prairie to have you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back.
My former stepdad was taken from me because of drugs and alcohol.
My uncle.
My parents.
My friend.
My cousin.
My mom.
My dad was taken from me when I was 7.
My uncle was hit and killed by a drunk driver.
My dad.
My friend was taken from me because of drugs and alcohol.
The decisions that you make are going to impact others.
Not just you.
No seas egoísta.
Being a positive impact.
Impact Grand Prairie.
Welcome back, and we welcome from the Grand Prairie Chamber of Commerce, Maria Santi.
Thank you, Ms. Georgia. Thank you for having us again here.
Of course. It's great to see you today. And you have some information for us from the Chamber, don't you?
Yes, it is.
Well, why don't you get us started then?
Sure I will. Okay, first of all, we want to thank with all our heart and all our appreciation to our sustaining members. You know who you are, but obviously we cannot say enough words to say how much we appreciate whatever everything that you have done this year during 2016 for us, to our Emerald, Platinum, Gold, and also Silver and Bronze sustaining members. Thank you so much for making grow the Chamber and for making a lot of things happening in the Chamber of Commerce.
Such wonderful friends for the Chamber.
Yes, they are.
Very good supporters. And tell us what else is going on at the Chamber.
Well, we have several events. In January, we have our luncheon in January 18, 2017 at the Ruth Jackson Center from 11:30 to 1 p.m. And we will have a very special speaker. Since we are going to be, at the momentum of the Super Bowl, we decided to have a super former Green Bay Packer player that he's going to be talking about if we have a real good team and a real good business prepare for the major league. So this is going to be very interesting.
Yes, and what date is that?
It's going to be on January 18, 2017.
And is that a Wednesday?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Wednesday. Remember that you have to RSVP by the 12th of January. Call Nicole at the phone number of the Chamber or email her at nicole@grandprairiechamber.org.
And this is always a wonderful event, an opportunity to intermingle with other businesses.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. It is a really good event. We also have our Multicultural Networking Professionals event on Tuesday, January the 24th, 2017. This will be hosted by the Air Hawks Stadium. So we need your reservation by January the 17th. We will have as a speaker Miss Balina McRae. She will talk about contract labor and identity theft, which are two very important topics for business to be aware of and to have the most interesting information about it.
Yes, very important update.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And finally, in January, you don't want to miss the 2016 Community Awards. This will be at the Uptown Theater, January 26, 2017, from 6 to 9. And this event, it is to recognize all the members and the city offices, and also the most important people that have done a lot of work on behalf of our city and the chamber as well. So this is a good opportunity to recognize. And if you know about somebody and if you would like to nominate, we will be receiving nominations until December 30th.
And Maria, if somebody cares to nominate someone, how do they go about that? Where should they go? Onto the website? Or
They might go to our website, which is Grand Prairie Chamber, grandprairiechamber.org, or also they can call to the chamber or email Nicole at grandprairiechamber.org.
Because you have various...
yes, we have a list of nominations.
Yes.
And also they can nominate the nonprofits. And I mean, this is a good opportunity to recognize the people that has been working a lot on behalf of the business community.
Yes, I really appreciate the fact that you do recognize volunteers
Yes,
from the
we do.
nonprofits, because
Yes, we
they are
do.
so valuable to,
Yes, it is.
to the, not only to their organization but to the whole city.
Yes,
It's
yes,
very
it is.
valuable. And someone asked me the other day, do you have to be a member of the chamber to nominate someone?
It is my understanding that it is necessary, but not exclusively. So what you can do, it's also, if you would like to nominate, just call us, give us a call in order for us to email you a form as well.
Very good. And what is the date again?
The date is January 26, 2017 at Uptown Theater from 6 to 9, and the cost, it is $65 per guest.
$65.
Yes.
And does that include food or anything?
We will have beverages and, snacks.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Food. Yes, that's correct.
That sounds good. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, is there a theme? I wanted to...
Yes, it is. It is a wonderful theme, and everything is going to be about the Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
So that should be interesting, colorful, and exciting.
Yes, let's get ready, the Rube Slippers.
Follow the yellow brick
Yes.
road. That's exciting.
That's true. Yes.
And what's next?
Okay, finally, what we will have, that was the last event in January. So now talking about February, we will have again our multicultural networking professionals at the chamber, and now we will have a very good topic about quality service. It is very important for the business to have quality service in order for them to grow and in order to have a healthy business community here in Grand Prairie. So that's why the chamber has chosen this topic, and the speaker will be Mr. Victor Behar from SCORE Dallas Forward. As you know, the Chamber of Commerce has a partnership with SCORE, so they are improving and helping us to provide these new topics to our business community.
Yes, so we have many exciting
Yes.
events to look forward to
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
new year.
Yes, it is. And don't forget also that we have in February 15 at the Ruthie Jackson Center the GPISD CTSO presentations. So you will have to RSVP by February the 9th with Nicole again. If you would like to attend, you have to pay $25 or $30 at the door. So it is good to RSVP on time. This will be at the Ruthie Jackson Center from 11:30 a.m. through 1 p.m.
Wonderful. So many things.
That's
so
what
many,
we have.
So many opportunities.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much, Maria,
Ms.
for
Georgia.
bringing us all this good information.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And for being with us today. And thank you all for joining us. And I'm Georgia Clemson, reminding you that it's happening in Grand Prairie.